Oric Consulting presents the Oracle Podcast with Anton Marshall. Hello and welcome to the Oracle Podcast. My name is Anton Marshall. Today we're talking about something that most consumers are going to be very interested in, and that is how to save money when you're shopping and out in groceries. We're talking about a product called SNAPnSAVE. It's a new product that was developed here in South Africa, and it involves your mobile. So here to talk to us about it today is the CEO of SNAPnSAVE, Mr. Mark Bradshaw. Welcome, Mark.
Thanks, Anton.
Okay, so just to backtrack a little bit on what I was talking about there. This is a locally developed mobile and web app, and it's helping to bring a culture of coupon savings to South Africa. Now, coupon savings, as you've said in the press, is a big thing in the US and in the UK, and bringing it here with a very out-of-the-box idea. So what inspired this for you, and how are we going to do this here in South Africa?
Correct. I think, the product is developed locally, so it's something we're proud of as South Africans to bring a South African product to South Africans. And before getting into the details, I think it's very important. A lot of tech companies try and sort of apply ideas that are successful in overseas markets and try and apply that to a market where we have different nuances and intricacies. So yes, SNAPnSAVE is South African and proudly South African in terms of what we produce. In terms of SNAPnSAVE, the little story of it is the couple of the founders were actually working for big, large listed organizations and had the opportunity to live in the USA and see the coupon culture, as you referred to, in the USA. And I'm sure we've all seen those crazy coupon shows where people are paying $1 and buying endless tins of baked beans and whatever. The amazing thing with the culture is just in terms of how shoppers shop and the need in terms of coupons meeting that opportunity to save wherever you shop. And I think we're all shoppers, and we all understand that we don't necessarily just shop at one store. When we're at work, we nip into our closest and most convenient store. But in general, if we're loyal to a specific brand like a shaving cream, we want to be able to save on that shaving cream wherever we stop. And in addition to that, we all like getting a little bit more cash back. So seeing this opportunity with coupons and seeing the need in terms of, in general, how South Africans need to save in these tough economic times, the founders came back and started working on SNAPnSAVE. The key for it, or one of the big developments, was realizing that as South Africans, we're a little more, not conservative is the wrong word, a little bit more private when it comes to how we save and sharing that. So in the USA, for example, when you order a plate of food, the first thing Americans will talk about is that they only paid this $5 for this steak. Whereas in South Africans, we tend to rather refer to the quality of the steak or the experience in eating the steak, and the money is something we like to keep private. And the concept in terms of snapping your till slip, which is how SNAPnSAVE works, allowed shoppers to do that saving in the privacy of their own home, instead of having to deal with tellers and those kind of embarrassing moments in store that South Africans don't really like.
You know, that sounds amazing. Now, I have to say that for someone who makes a living working on the web and stuff like that, I myself am a little technophobic when it comes to using, my own mobile devices and so forth.
Yeah.
How easy is this process? How easy is SNAPnSAVE to use as a process without getting into too much of the back-end detail?
Yeah, no. I mean, really, SNAPnSAVE is giving you cash back wherever you shop. And the idea behind it is, and what we call it, if you can take a photo with your phone, then you can take a selfie of your till slip. So literally, you're taking a selfie or a photo of your till slip after you shop, and uploading that to our servers, and our clever tech guys do all their fancy photo recognition, and then we credit a wallet account for you, an e-wallet account for you to spend in store based on the cashback on the available coupons. So it's from a technophobe. I'm also slightly technophobe. You'll be funny to know I'm an accountant by trade, so technology is I'm learning as we're going. But it's as easy as snapping a till slip, and it's very important for us to make that process as easy as possible. We're all not super duper advanced tech users in this country, and I think we don't want products that complicate our lives. They're meant to make it easier.
What types of products can I expect to actually make these kinds of savings on as a matter of course? Is it basically focused on your everyday sort of consumer products, or how broad is the range on what you can offer?
We've focused on grocery products to start with as a broad definition. Anything you can buy in supermarkets, so Pick and Pay, Checkers, Discounts, etc. That includes, obviously, if you think of some of the smaller electronic items like toasters and stoves that you can buy in those retailers. So anything that you would associate on those retailer shelves. The reason being we've started it as a narrow focus is that, one, to obviously fulfill a gap for consumers. There's no real grocery coupon site in terms of operating at the moment. The other is, yes, to answer your question, there is plans to expand into bigger categories like bigger electronic items, etc. At the moment, for us, it's about a focus, a niche, and making sure that the process for the consumer is as streamlined as possible. The types of products in that, I think it's all those products that sort of hit your pocket a little bit when you make a purchase. So let's call it the nappies. I've got a little 2-year-old, and I call it the fillet steak, so that I have to buy every time. Getting 60 Rand back on some nappies, or your cleaning detergent where it's costing you 80 Rand for some washing powder and getting another 20 Rand back on the washing powder. Those are the items that we focus on because we know that's where suddenly you get that 1,000 Rand grocery bill and you've got 6 or 10 items in your packet and you wonder where your money went to.
Yeah, right. Just as a side question, you would get the money back into a type of e-wallet, and sort of how would you redeem that? Would you actually get the cash back itself, or would you apply it as discount coupons next time?
So what we again, this is what we call cashing out on your wallet, and we are exploring or managing many different options. To start with, what we offer is a voucher to be used against an e-voucher or a code that's issued to you to be used against future purchases in store. Then down the line, we're also currently looking at obviously electricity and airtime, and we're talking to leading banks to get that to cash back to you in your bank account or transfer. The FICA regulations are obviously very tight on that, so we're having to make sure that we tread the line carefully. But at the moment, an opportunity to get the cash back off your purchase when you shop in store.
Right. Now, you've made the choice in this case to go with specific products and brands as partners, if you want to call it that, as opposed to, say, a broad retailer. What are the advantages to that, and what has the uptake been like?
I think it's important to note that the promotions that you see running in store, and I say this in a broad context, 90 to 95% of the promotions you see running in the retailers I mentioned are actually funded by the brands. So those brands are offering that discount through the retailers. So retailers in general are not funding promotions that are happening. So we worked directly with the brands and provide value to them through obviously the mechanisms of connecting our shoppers looking to buy their products. And they are the ones offering or partnering with us to basically give shoppers cash back for buying their products. And we've started obviously engaging with the brands that I mentioned, and obviously some of those leading manufacturers that manage and own those brands to work with. So retailers for us is less of a focus, given that the brands are funding the cashback.
Makes perfect sense. Right now, how do people get up and running with this product, which, one way or another, definitely sounds like it can save you some money? How do people get up and running?
The first and obvious step is to grab your phone or get on your PC and go to SNAPnSAVE. That's SNAPnSAVE, like pickandpay.co.za, and sign up for a SNAPnSAVE wallet account, or sign up for your SNAPnSAVE account. Thereafter, it's as easy as seeing the coupons and offers that you like that we're currently running, buying them in store, and snapping that till slip. And the rest is waiting to get that cash back in your wallet. And then I ask you the question: what are you going to do with all the money you get back?
Well, whatever can be done can be done. Mark Bradshaw, CEO of SNAPnSAVE, thank you so much for your time today. This sounds like a fantastic product. It really does sound like it can be used. One of the nice things that I'm seeing here is that it really is something that can apply to or appeal to a really broad market. You know, it's not aimed at any specific what the market is called living standards measure. Anyone can use it, anyone can save, and it really is really an interestingly thought out. And good luck with this. I'm going to try it out, I think. Thanks very much for putting this on the market.
Thanks, Anton. And as I say, it's amazing when you start watching how you shop, what you can actually save at the end of the day, and use to buy the things you want more than the things you need. 60 Rand on that diapers ended up meaning for me, I bought the Lindt chocolates. So it made me a lot happier on a Sunday evening watching the Mnet movie.
Fantastic. Mark Batcher, CEO of SNAPnSAVE. Thanks very much for your time today.
Thanks, Anton. you
have been listening to the Oracle Podcast, brought to you by Ori Consulting, www.oriconsulting.co.za.